Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV, and today that Liverpool have just gone and absolutely just had a display of shit once more at Anfield. 5 losses in a row at home. Can you believe that? Liverpool just love breaking records, don't they? They just love to be able to go on their longest ever home record winning streak in the history of the club or whatever bullshit. And then you decide to go on the longest losing streak in however long in the club's history since like 1953. Absolutely. Only Liverpool FC. It would only happen to Liverpool FC. Build the greatest team that I've ever saw in my lifetime. And then for it to just drop like a ton of bricks. Again, the circumstances. But people, when you look at today, what was the number one problem? Because we've been finding these excuses. And rightly so. We have been excuses FC. Because we've had many things to look at. To not necessarily distract us from the main reality. But it brings in a few more points. And it brings in a few more valid arguments to why these things could be happening to Liverpool Football Club right now. And them things can still not be disregarded. But people, let's just talk about the decisions of Jurgen Klopp today. And I'll do the player ratings and I'll do the game breakdown and whatnot. But let's talk about the actual decisions from the manager. Because I get it's been a tough season. And many tough things can happen. Do you get what I mean? And it wouldn't surprise me if there was a lot more going on behind the scenes. And this is in no way, shape or form to do with... Because I get what people can try and misconstrue things. Anything I am saying right now is going directly to Klopp's decisions today. I do not want Jurgen Klopp out of Liverpool in any way, shape or form. But I am sorry that a lot of the decisions that man has been making over the season and furthermore today has actually lost us games directly. It's directly dropping Liverpool points because of the subs that he decides to make mid-game, as well as a lot of the pre-match changes that he's got to do. So what? Let's just break it down dead quick. You decide to start with Mane, Firmino and Salah, which is absolutely fine because that's your best front three, on paper at least. And you've put the faith into them, sweet. And then you've got Diogo Jota on the bench. You've got Divock Origi on the bench. You've got Oxlade-Chamberlain. You've got Naby Keita, and you've got Shaqiri, all available on the bench. Probably one of the strongest benches that Liverpool have had in recent weeks, no doubt about it. You complained a few months ago about 5 subs. We need 5 subs, and I know why he done that. It was because of the schedule and everything that was set in place at the time. Right now, the schedule isn't as intense as it was then. That is definitely granted to Jurgen, but still, he said 5 substitutions should be allowed in the campaign. Campaign means a full season. If you want 5 subs, it means you'll want 5 subs now. And the way you used... I'm acting like he's going to be watching it. Of course he's not, and he still knows a lot more about football than I do. But you use... When you're 1-0 down against one of the more defensive sides who are very good at controlling a game, they're like a Burnley, but with quality and money. That's what Chelsea played like today. A Burnley and a Brighton, but with money and quality on that pitch. And the ability to keep control and take possession from Liverpool. And then what does Jurgen Klopp decide to do? You decide to play Diogo Jota in the Champions League game a few months ago that he didn't need to play because you thought, I'll go with a few second string players. I'm not going to go with Firmino, I'm not going to go with Salah, I'm not going to go with Mane for the whole game. But I'll go with Jota for 87 minutes. He gets injured for 3 months. And then when you're 1-0 down, again, like I said, to one of the more defensive sides in the Premier League, who are very good at defending, even without Thiago Silva, getting that Phillips into their backline, getting Reece Williams into their backline, and they'll do okay because of the system and the way they set up. And you're telling me, you're bringing off Mo Salah, your top goal scorer in that situation, for a striker who, yes, granted, has been our second best attacker this season, even though he's missed 3 months. But the key point there, he's missed 3 months. So my problem weren't Jota coming on the pitch. That weren't my issue. It was the fact that our top goal scorer was coming off the pitch and he was the first substitution to be made. And then not only that, you yet again bring off Curtis Jones, which Jurgen Klopp has done a few times over the past few weeks, which has made no sense because we seem to lose all sense of direction and drive in that midfield when Curtis Jones exits. But yet you leave Thiago on the pitch who's been playing shit for weeks. And then you decide to come up with the balls to take off Thiago and you bring on James Milner with 5 minutes to go. My manager gave me the greatest period of football that I've ever saw in my lifetime. And I would have to say a lot more wrong for me to be in the Klopp out brigade, as he's done so much right. But that makes no sense. Makes no sense. And I don't actually feel it has any outside factors to why he's making these decisions. I genuinely feel he's looking in training and he's thinking, oh yeah, Oxlade must be doing better. You're bringing on Oxlade-Chamberlain who's got zero energy nowadays when it comes to being on the pitch. And don't get me wrong, Oxlade-Chamberlain did not do terrible when he came on the football pitch. He added a little bit of something. But you've got Naby Keita, who's been fit for 4 weeks, and you're not bringing him on the pitch. You've got Shaqiri, who's played way more football than Oxlade-Chamberlain, look way more on the ball than Oxlade-Chamberlain. Again, I don't see training. I'm only saying what I see on the pitch. And you're bringing on Oxlade-Chamberlain, who every time he's came on the pitch this season has looked no better than average. No better than above average, most certainly. So, you're giving yourself the worst possible chance by taking off this. And this is what I don't get. It's not even the 3 points that I'm very frustrated about that we never got. I'm frustrated we never gave ourselves the best possible chance. Taking off Salah, bringing on James Milner later on in the game, that's not giving yourself the best possible chance in any way, shape or form. Now let me just touch on Chelsea, because I always like to do these videos and give credit to the opposition, as it's very rightly deserved. What have I been saying about Mason Mount? Let me just say it again. What have I been saying about Mason Mount? That player has got the ability of... I don't think he's better than Grealish. I don't think he's better than Maddison. But he's fucking up there. And they're all very close when it comes to ability and it comes to quality. He's their best player, in my opinion, no doubt. And today he's shown that. Tactically, Tuchel never only beat Klopp, but battered Klopp with that over-the-top long ball, through ball. Destroyed us in every aspect. And other than that, they just battered us. They dominated the game and actually could have won by more. So that's where I'll say with Chelsea. Then we'll go on to our player ratings. Alisson, and I said this before the game, and even in a time of me being upset, it deserves a mention now. That man must be made of different stuff to get back into a profession like this and actually have an alright game. And I'm not even just being nice because of circumstances. Once more, rest in peace to Jose Becker, his father. I can't imagine what he is going through, the family is going through. But even circumstances aside, I thought he was fine today. There was one moment where he mishit the ball a little bit, but I can't really say he was at fault for the goal. Can't say he was at fault for any of the offside chances that Timo Werner got. And I think we should mention that. The long ball worked for Chelsea, but it also done well for Liverpool because we was making them achieve offside a lot. That's the only positive I can find. Yes, in the second half, we just got capitalised with more long balls. Anyway, Alisson, I'll give him a 7. I can't give him... And let me talk about the criteria of what a 7 is for me. It's average. I don't look at 7 as good. I look at 7 as okay. I look at 6 as average. I look at 5 as below average. And anything between 1 and 4 is poor. And anything between 7.5 and about 10 is sound. Yeah, obviously... 9, 10 is boss. 7, 8 sounds or good around there. Just so you understand, Alisson therefore gets a 7 for me. Left back Robbo, again, another solid performance. I'll give him a 6.5. I don't feel like he was amazing, but he also made a very crucial off the line stop, interception. And I can't remember who took the chance, but it was a great chance for Chelsea to go 2-0 up, and Robbo got in the way perfectly. Had a sound game overall as well, to be fair, so 6.5. Trent, very poor game. A lot of people questioning why is he putting in that many balls. And as I said before, it's one of them things where you cannot be that... if the manager is telling you to put that many balls in, you've got to listen to the manager. If you're doing that on your own accord, then fucking hell, he's an incompetent player, because he needs to see that it's not working. And we play down the right-hand side a lot more than we do the left. And in fact, you know what? That's not true. Fucking hell, that's bollocks. We play more down the right-hand side, but we don't play there a lot more. Robbo isn't putting the ball in the box left, right and centre, which could maybe lead me to believe maybe Trent is just trying to get a bit more desperate for assists. And it's a shame because he's had a few good games, but today he was poor. I'm going to say a 4 for Trent. Centre-backs, Kabak and Fabinho. Thought Fabinho was sound. Was probably the best defender bar Robbo. I'll give him a 6. got turned inside out by Mason Mount, which is why that rating goes lower, because other than that, he was kind of sound. He just got exploited for pace, which you knew he was going to be, but it's not his fault that he has to play the high line. That's what he's being told to do. Kabak, thought he was okay today. I'll give him a 6 as well. Didn't think he was terrible. Never made no direct mistakes. Is he the perfect centre-back? No. But I'm going off what I expect and what I saw. And when you put them two things together, I come up with a 6. Even nearly got a goal as well, which was mad. Kind of our closest shot of all game. Or closest chance all game. Midfield, Genie, give him a 6. Sound, but never influenced the game in any way, shape or form. Thiago, 5.5. Not his worst performance, but still not what Thiago should be bringing to this team. Talk about system all you want, he's just not being good enough, even on the ball. Just can't find the pass or anything, mate. You know, we're talking about this is supposed to be the Xabi Alonso. He looks nothing like that, even when he's on the ball. Like, it's mad. I haven't lost faith in Thiago, but that's just the way I think. Let me know what you think. Curtis, I'll give him a 6. Sound first half, played 15 minutes of the second. And yeah, it was what it was. Front three, Salah, 5.5. No 6. I'm going to give Salah a 6. Thought he had some good link-up play, but with no support around him, what more can he do? Firmino, 5. Thought he was okay. Weren't the worst of the front three, but he weren't the best. Mane, he was the worst of the front three. 2. Say that I'm being overcritical. Say what you want. But the best chances in the game fall to Mane. The best opportunities in the game fall to Mane. Takes a poor touch. Takes a poor shot. He's also, as well as Klopp, you know, and as well as really Klopp, it's probably Mane. Because he should have put away them chances. And then that's why it's all the more Jurgen Klopp's fault for leaving him on. Even though he moved him to the right-hand side, you just shouldn't have left him on the pitch. Then the subs, Jota, thought he was fine, but didn't really have the right time, or he weren't coming into the right team to make a proper impact. So I'll say 6. Oxlade, I'll give him a 6.5. Actually thought he was decent when he came on. Just didn't think he was the right player. And then Milner, can't really give him a rating. Jurgen Klopp gets a 0. Never got the starting 11 right for me. And I'm not saying the starting 11 I would have went for, which was Salah up front, Jota on the left and Mane on the right, would have been the right thing to do. I'm not saying I am right. But what you're doing now, Jurgen, just isn't right. That weren't right today. From starting 11 to subs. And the subs is what makes it much worse. Because at 1-0 down against Chelsea, that's a bad situation to be in, but it's not the worst. You can be in worse situations. But I still never felt like we could have got back into that game. Again, mixture due to the fact Chelsea played well, but a lot to do with the fact my manager never gave me no belief we could get back into this game, which is what my manager is known for. And I'm only bringing this up now because I've been very lenient with Jurgen Klopp. And it's not to do with circumstances. I don't look at outside circumstances as a thing when it comes into talking about how good or bad a manager's decisions are. But all season, they have been questionable. All season. And it's only getting worse now. So it's mad. It's crazy. And he had options today, which is why it frustrates me even more. Before he had an excuse, now he doesn't really. And he didn't utilise them options to the best of his ability, so that's why he gets a 0. And we never won. Fifth game that we've lost at Anfield. Mad. I think that's a good little way to wrap it up. Yeah, thank you for watching this video, people. Oh, if we're going to find a silver line, and bloody hell, 34k subscribers, shout out to yourselves. Redmond's army, 34,000 strong. Never thought we'd get here. It's mad. It's mad. It's like, I never even thought we'd get to 30. Never thought we'd get to 20, let alone 34, 35. Approaching 35 now, road to 35k, we're on our way. Just thank you. Thank you so much through the support. Whether you're here to laugh at me or whatnot, just thank you so much for the support. It's why I do the content. It's why I'm here supporting. Well, I'd always support the team regardless, but it's why I'm here doing content, even after losses. It's because it's something I love to do, and we share the pain together, and you guys love it. And you guys show that support every single day. And I want you to know it's appreciated. At least we got a positive note there. So yeah, thank you for watching. Smash a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Peace out.